The next speaker I spoke to was Matthew Simpson, and the way he went about things was completely different than most because he's youth working in an older person's field. This is good for us to see because not a lot of younger people are able to say they are leaders in their field. But for him, a person that graduated 2 years ago and he's working in a field of older people, he has a leadership role, and it's very important because most older people think leaders should be around their age, if not older, because they have the age experience and they'll bring in ideas that will revolve around the things that they already know. But instead, with a younger person, they bring in newer, fresher ideas that the older people might not understand, but the youth all understand. So being able to connect the two ideas of the youth concepts and the older people's concepts, it allows them to further grow as a group. And with that being said, Matthew talked about the strength-based leadership that helps him grow, which is focusing on your strengths and worrying less about your weaknesses. And how he explained it, he talked about he needed to build up all his strengths that he already had and worry less about the weaknesses because the weaknesses will come over time. You can build up your weaknesses over time after your strengths are already built up and established. If your strengths are built and established, you're established in the place that you already are. And your weaknesses are something that can slowly guide you up the charts in development because you're already set on the strengths that you have and they've already been working for you. And with that being said, I feel like that's already the concept that the older generation thinks. They already have the ideas that they have, but they don't want to shy away from them because they have already worked and they're not something that is the thing they're accustomed to. So Matthew, being the youth, is the way to further build understanding in both concepts so that both the youth and the older generation get what they want, as well as everyone understanding what's going on without speaking two different